Is it working now? There we go. That's what happens. Hi, guys. Yeah, sorry. No, we're a little early. That's okay. Cool. I thought we were late. I was trying to get everything, in order. Hi, Rhea. Sorry you can't stay. But always good to hear from you. But today we are just coloring this promo page. So yeah. Has like talking sounds in the background of this song, and like I keep thinking like somebody's like whispering to me. So it's probably like change it to a different song or something because it's gonna distract me. Um, let's see. I even like looked around for music before I started this, and I'm still not happy, right? Because of course, let's try a different one. But how are you guys? I hope everyone is well today. Um, I'm tired. I've had a long day. It wasn't fun. But I'm gonna make the most of it. And I am just like, need to get this stuff done, right? Hi Flaffy over on Twitch. Rhea over on YouTube says, where can I find the comic? The comic is not out yet. The comic has been, that's what I've been working on these streams, is the comic. This is actually a demonstration page of the kind of horror to come in the Heroes of Tomorrow. We are using this page as part of a promo for the crowdfunding, and we don't have just yet a location where this comic is going to be. I am trying to figure out how to make my own website, but I do eventually, like, it's going to probably start out on comics, Global Comics, but for now, we don't have any of these pages up and going because I'm still working on the pages, I'm still working on the pilot, and it's kind of a slow process on that. So yeah. Flaffy over on Twitch says, I'm about to clock out. Rhea asking where and saying they're a fan of horror. We love that. We love having horror fans here, especially for the Heroes of Tomorrow, which this is my bread and butter. I enjoy horror stuff. And so, like, trying to lead up to this stuff, I'm very excited, but I have to get through some of the slower parts to get here. Flaffy over on Twitch says, yeah, white boy, crawl for your life. Let's go, Chester. Still kind of funny that I had some people that thought Chester was Rufus in his initial design, so I had to, like, redesign his hair. And now he's got the, original kind of Leon S. Kennedy hair from the original, Resident Evil 2, which is really funny to me. Okay. Hey, look! Demon Fox Akira over on YouTube. Welcome in. Hi. If you're the one that I think you are, hello. Alright, Rhea. Thanks for coming by. I hope you have a wonderful evening. So, we are working on this page. Again, it is a promo page, but it is taken from technically one of the much later chapters. But this is kind of what also this short I want to have animated on this sequence. So I wanted to show the audience that this is going to have a couple animations to the Heroes of Tomorrow, but it's mainly going to be a comic. Now, over on our Discord, I did ask people what they preferred me working on today, me either outlining a different horror scenario or finish coloring this one, and this one seemed to win. Chester always wins. He is the fan favorite, the tragic hero that is not going to make it no matter how much Kingdo begs. It's not one of those donation pools. If you call now, you could say it's not one of those. He was made to be a fodder character. And, people loved him, so he got like a little bit more of a personality, but okay. So because it's nighttime and he's in the dark, his pants can't be that bright. It's always the fun part. Coloring is not my favorite part of drawing, but it is always interesting to try and play with colors, to make it feel like, oh, it's nighttime, oh, it's daytime. So, but very excited for this comic. I'm very excited to tell this story. I'm excited to get to the horror. Special shout out to Grace, one of my background artists. She made the background in the back for the animation itself. I am definitely using it here as a placeholder, and it's going to be very much referenced to recreate here in the comic. But special shout out, has been doing a great job at redesigning Sirawasa and whatnot. Okay, so it is you. Hi. I know last time we talked there was a whole issue with Discord, but like I'm glad that got solved. But yeah, for those that don't know, over on YouTube, Demon Fox Akira is a great person. In the earliest days of me starting to do, like, I'm gonna make my own story, I had tried multiple stories before this, and some of you remember me talking about a story of, like, these two guys in a futuristic world, and I couldn't get it to work, and I had to flip around those characters to then become Rufus and Sai today. Well, I had another story that was based off of one of those guys in the future having a kid, and that kid getting into a horror situation, and Demon Fox Akira here was actually the voice of Keelik, who was that main character of that. They helped me out on an 11-minute animation, and it was a bad animation. The acting was great. You guys did great. But it was an 11-minute animation that I was, like, so determined to prove to my class that I could do it. Don't. It's tough. Animation's tough, but I was so determined. I was, like, out of high school, like, I got this. Yeah! But yeah, no, Demon Fox Akira was the voice of Keelik, the main kid in that. So, like, very, very fond of them. It's always good to see you. It's always good to see you. Let's see. It's always fun playing with the uniform colors. There we go. I don't know if I'll have this fully rendered, but I mean, if I can get like a majority of this colored, right? That would be fun. Me thinking of animations I want to make for music I'm listening to. Oh, are you, Flaffy? Nice. It's always fun having like songs and then you like imagine like a whole music video to it. I've done that plenty of times. I still do that. So you're gonna see me like jumping around because usually like I'll have like one palette color and then I'll try to jump to every spot that has that palette color and drop it. What I should be doing is putting on my neon green background that is nauseating to look at to make sure I'm getting all the pieces in. But at the moment, I'm making sure that the colors fit in the environment. That is much more the important thing, is I want to make sure all the colors kind of go with each other, because when you put on like a white background, you start to realize, oh, his hair actually isn't an orangey color, it's like a dark purple. Wait a minute. Color theory is fascinating that way. In fact, like this dude here, his skin is blue. And it's like, well, his stuff over here is blue, and it's like, yes, but his skin tone's also blue. Like, it's like it was like I was looking for a blue yesterday, and it was like a weird variation of blue, and then so like these are like a little bit more purpley, and colors are interesting. And even then, his skin is pretty bright. Oh, actually, it was more purple. My bad. I got it mixed up, but still. Demon Fox Akira over on YouTube says, definite pleasure. And it was a blast to do. It was the first role I did outside of dubbing, and it was horror, and the animation was better than you think. You're really sweet. Thank you. But, like, everything has definitely come together and also changed at the same time. So, I'm still doing horror. Shocker there, right? No one here is surprised. But, definitely wanted to get more bang for my buck as it was. Because, again, that one was a volunteer project, and I'm really appreciative of the help you did, for my school. But, like, now it's, yeah, then you do that, and his hair. See, you go on this whole thing. He's now not, like, dirty blonde or anything. So it's like you gotta go in here and you gotta make adjustments. And you gotta make the hair more purple. There we go. Now he's more of a brunette. That's okay. This is why I don't like coloring. Because I, like, sit here and I go, yeah! And then I go, I don't like the colors. And then I redo everything. I'm sure there's a simpler way. I just haven't gone to it. But now he feels like, instead of like this ghostly whatever this is, actually blends in with the world a little bit better. Always nice. Yeah, you've only gotten better. Yeah. Well, love to hear what's going on with you. I think we talked a little bit. It was also really late at night, if I remember correctly, and I just don't remember since then. Glitch wrecked their shit. That's what they get for trying to ambush Glitch. So, like, it's their own fault. They tried to ambush Glitch, and it didn't work. It failed, one could say. Failed pretty badly. Yeah, there we go. Now, the tough part I also have is, cool, I match the colors so well that there's no contrast. And then you're kind of screwed there, too. So, like, you gotta be, like, really careful on what you do with it. Angel on YouTube says, hello. Hello, Angel. Welcome in. Demon Fox Akira over on YouTube says, I was trying to prove that I wasn't a scammer who hijacked my original account. Yeah. Again, it was really funny to ask that scammer, like, hey, how do you know me? And they're like, I know you from this one server we were on, but I'm no longer on that server. And I'm like, uh-huh. Really? That's where you know me from. Alright. Flaffy over on Twitch says, guys, there's only one of him and a bunch of us. We can totally take him down. Yeah, that didn't work so well. But now we have this issue of this stands out. So, like, this is what goes on. Is I, like, sit here and I play with all these colors, and then I go, it's not working. So. But you trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. Like, it wouldn't be art, right? And always color into the bleed lines. because you want to make sure nothing gets forgotten, and you can always trim it down. But don't draw into the bleed lines because that will be cut off. Or at least if you do draw into it, you know, be aware that you're drawing into it and it will be cut off. Okay, let's see what we got here. Angel on YouTube says, I won't be able to talk much this stream because I'm currently working, but I'll definitely be lurking. Let's go, Angel. Yeah, don't get in trouble at your job, but we love lurkers here. We love just having people just kind of chilling with me, enjoying the ambiance and the rain sounds of the cold city. So there's like a storm coming to the lower part of like the United States. So like that's crazy. So I might see snow in my area. I don't get snow in my area, so like that'll be a surprise. Oh, this one has whispering in the background too. Weird. It's not like whispering, it's more like you hear a radio. It's better than the other one. The other one was whispering, and I was like, that's going to distract me so bad. Let's see. Demon Fox Secure over on YouTube says, definitely gonna come on more often. Just gotta hop off for a bit. Got a martial arts group in a bit and have to get ready, especially with the demo team. Yay, let's go. Well, thanks for coming by, Akira. Hope to see you later. Best of luck. Fluffy says, same here with the snow. Angel says, I'm supposed to get 8 inches of snow to where I live. Boss, please, I don't want to drive in this. Yeah, I feel that. I'm trying to hope that I can like bat my eyelashes and be like, can I not drive into work? Can I work from home? Please, can I work remote? For my safety. And I want to be like cozy in a blanket. Except like I also have to drive to an eye doctor's appointment, so I don't know how well that's gonna work because that appointment's on Friday. I didn't think it through. I didn't know we were getting like snow. The sigh. Okay. Also, the problem with ADHD is you just get distracted by all the different things, and you're like, this part, and then this part, and then this part. Like, I need to focus. I need to, like, settle on one piece and just let it be. What's gonna kill me is when I add in the background, and, I'm gonna have to, like, recolor things. And note, the background here is very faded. I think, I don't remember why it's faded, what I did to it. Let's see. Yep, that's for later issue. For now, we're still coloring. Flaffy over on Twitch says, I have to work on Friday and my store has inventory to do that day too. Boo! With the chance of it snowing? God, that's unfortunate. Like, your job. Your job sometimes, man. You need a new job. I mean, if you're happy at your job, cool. But, like, you need a new job. Darken it. That fine line of not dark enough, too dark. Tricky part about Procreate is like you only get so many layers depending on like how big your image is, and it's a pretty hefty image I have here because again, eventually I would like it to be in a book. I think that's what happened to the background is this is actually in CMYK. All the colors here are in CMYK and not RGB. And I think the background was painted in RGB, but that's okay because that was for the animation that's in the works, not for comic. So that's why I think it got like extremely faded. So, but that is okay because it's only a placeholder in the comic. I am getting sleepy with this music, so let's find something else again. I apologize for me just jumping all over the radio. Can we do Silent Chill? Let's do Silent Chill. I'm gonna back it up because I like End of Small Sanctuary. It's my favorite song. Well, one of them. No, go all the way back. There we go. I love Silent Hill 3. I love it a lot. Hi, Golden. Welcome in. Fluffy over on Twitch says, no, I don't need a new job. Where else will I get paid 20 bucks an hour? Yeah. Yeah. I can't blame you on that one. I love this song a lot. I always think of this song whenever I'm just thinking of Yuji, Sai, and Rufus just kind of relaxing for once. Like maybe after they just had like a big fight and they just kind of sit on a rooftop watching the sun come up. Like, just kind of thankful that they made it, that they survived another night. No, it's gotta be that color. As much as that weirds me right now, it'll make sense to me later. There we go. Whoop. Let's see. Angel says, absolutely in love with the way you draw monsters and horror in general. I love horror so much. Yeah, that is what I'm very excited for, is getting a horror community together. Because especially in like indie animation, there's not a lot of horror. There is horror, but there's like not a lot of it. There's a lot of people that I've met that were like, oh, I have horror in mind. We have a Halloween episode. And generally when you have a Halloween episode, it doesn't make it so much, you know, a horror thing. But Pax over on Twitch says, hi, I can't stay for long. I just want to stop by and say hi. Working on getting this house I'm in love with. Ooh, let's go Pax. Everybody, let's hear it for Pax and cheer them on. Fingers crossed. Let's go, Pax. Let's all send out those candy love emotes if you can. I gotta see how I could do like emotes on YouTube. I don't know how YouTube works as well. Tee. Yeah, let's go Pax. I'm proud of you, man. Doing better than me. I just kind of gave up on ever funding a house. Flaffy! Flaffy, no! Flaffy, you will go to jail. You leave Pax alone right now. We're not doing this. No Flaffy. Always fighting. Always fighting. No, guys, come on. I'm not going to jail. I'm going to a house. That's right. That's right, Flaffy. Pax is going to a house. It's called a house arrest. I'm sorry. I'm not funny. As always, if you want to tell me about things going on in your life, if you have characters you want to talk about, if you have characters that live in the world of Siriwasa and Thought, I'd love to hear about them. If you have questions about my story, if you have questions about my characters, what their favorite color is, if you have questions about my process in art and animation and comic and all that, feel free to ask me. If you just want to tell me that you learned to tie your shoes today, that's awesome, and I'd love to hear about it. I love talking with you guys. House arrest with Sai. Yeah, that man has been house arrest so many times, but those bracelets do not stay on him. Also, if you guys are horror fans, which I hope and pray you are if you're gonna be a fan of this series, tell me what your favorite horror movie is. Tell me what your least favorite horror movie is. What kind of horror type genre do you like? I like body horror, if you couldn't tell. Nah, but seriously, I love hearing from you guys. So, like, anything I get to kind of learn is always, like, fascinating to me. Also, like, I love learning, like, what weirds people out. I think that's fascinating. I also used to work in a haunted house, so I loved terrifying people. I loved learning about their fears and how they would react to it. And if you don't react to things, awesome, too. Pax. Wait, actually, sure. Flaffy says, I love me some werewolf horror, but I can't do too much realistic gore. Oh, makes sense. Hopefully, mine will be fine. But I do understand that. Angel over on YouTube says, do you mind if I talk about my thought OCs? I'm pulling up a chair right now. We're going to have circle time. Let's hear it, Angel. I would love to hear about your OCs. I love hearing about everybody's OCs and how they live in the world of Siriwasa or any other planet in the world of Thought. And I waggle my finger at YouTube and Twitch. Thought is the acronym for the Heroes of Tomorrow. Nothing else. It means nothing else. Waggle, waggle. But yeah, no, please, please, tell us. I guess pants should be this color. Yeah, much better song choice. I don't know about the pant color. Probably gonna go back. Still not happy with the pant color, but I was not happy with that one because it just blended in too much. Welcome to the show where Jax goes, I don't like that shade of blue. Let's go to this shade of blue. I love Resident Evil, I do, but like something about like Silent Hill music hits a little different. I don't know what it does. Fluffy says the thoughts in a murder game like Danganronpa. Are you saying that because the blood is pink? Are you saying that because the blood is pink? I already had people commenting on that, that the blood was like pinkish, and I'm like, well, it's technically in a neon city, so that like their blood's gonna turn like a hot pink at some points. It's not hot pink right now because again, I'm doing all the flat colors before I do any kind of effects because I want to make sure I know what the base are. Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Points. I knew it. I see you. I see you. I know what you're about. I don't know. I don't know, because here's the thing, is like almost everybody's kind of an a-hole. I can't even say that because everybody's an a-hole in thought. Never mind, I retract my statement and I sit in my corner and drink my sippy juice. Okay, now I gotta turn these off. Please shield your eyes. I gotta turn on the ugly neon green so I can see where the hell everything is. Because I miss lots of pieces. Always have, always will. But yeah, Angel, I would love to hear about your thought OCs. Yes, Chester would be the first to die. Like, I missed his whole eyebrow over here, for God's sake. But that's why I do the neon green effect. Oh, but like I was saying, Procreate, you can make the file, like, pretty big. Especially, like, you want to have it big for, like, when you're going to be printing. But, like, when I make it, the canvas really big, I have only so many layers I can do on Procreate. So then, like, I have to, like, really start, you know, I can't just have, oh, his hair, one part of his hair on different layers. Like, I can't do that. I have to, like, make choices of, like, okay, here's all the flat colors. Here's all the shading. Oh, shoot. Here's special effects stuff. Oh, here's things I forgot. So it convolutes it a little bit in coloring. Again, my technique in no way should anybody follow, because it is a mess. But it is my chaotic mess that I enjoy, right? Let's say we got... Ooh. Okay. Angel over on YouTube says, thank you. We have Muni and Robbie. Muni works for this company named Pillarstone Dynamics. Basically, a company has insane dirt on people. We love it. Robbie is more of a rebel who works in a fighting ring. Ooh, so he would be a fighter over at Domageddon. Let's go. Pax is over here saying, never mind, I can stay. Let's go. You got the house? Did you get the house? You stole the house? But always welcome in, Pax. Always. Flaffy saying, also thought would be great with a Borderlands crossover. Borderlands is a really cool stylistic. I never got into the game, but my friend was like super into the game. But I did like the style of it. Angel continues with Robbie is the older brother and Muni is the younger sister. No matter how much Muni tells Robbie to stop doing criminal stuff, he'll just say, no. They do love each other very much as siblings. They hate their parents, though. So, yeah, usually when you kind of have, like, a common enemy, you do become close. That's awesome, though. Like, I'm glad that they are good siblings, to one another. Even if he doesn't listen. I love Silent Hill 3 music. I really feel like this song would be the kind of song that would play when you see a little bit of the different side of Mukta, to where he's turned off the charm and he's being kind of criticizing. And just kind of challenging you of like, are you sure? Are you sure that's what happened? Like, he'll start going into gaslighting mode. I very much get that vibe from this song. But I also get the vibe. It feels like, I feel like it's the Lou Brothers kind of song, because I also see, like, Psy just kind of nonchalantly, like, hanging back and not taking anything seriously either. Pac says, working on the house still. They actually lowered the price, which is great. I'll see if anything this week. Gosh, I'm in love with it so much. Let's go, Pax. I'm so happy for you. Flaffy over here saying, that's so hot of Mukta. Wow. Wow, right in front of a dying man. Wow, Flaffy. Right in front of a dying man. It's so funny. So hot of Mukta. Welcome in, Wolf. You chose this page. I don't want to hear it. You saw this page and you chose it. So you're just as guilty. You are just as guilty as the rest of us. This ain't about him being Chester. Mukta can gaslight me all night long. Wow. Wow. Okay. Oh, so funny. I needed a good laugh. It wasn't a bad day. It was just a stressful day. So, Angel, how do they, if they work for a company that gets dirt on people, like, how do they get dirt on people? Or are they like a tabloid and they get dirt on, like, celebrities? Like, who gets dirt on them? Like, is it celebrities? Is it, like, who? Let's see. Flaffy over on Twitch says, gaslight me, then butter me up. Oh my god. And Wolf over here saying, I mean, I did choose this. Sorry, Chester. You did. Angel over on YouTube says, oh, by the way, since you asked what kind of horror we like, I'm personally a fan of psychological horror, but I also do love body horror. Psychological horror can be really, really good. Again, all horror is pretty valid. It's just, it's always interesting to see, like, what kind of horror people are into. Plus, it's nice knowing that people are joining this and like horror instead of just being like, I'm just here for only the hot people. Now it's the, I'm here for the hot people and watching and hoping they don't die, but they just might. I still, like, am confused on the, we see Chester is going to die, and immediately Wolf was like, that's the one I love. And I'm like, but he's dead. And you're like, nope, I love him. Alright. It's always fun. Let's see, I want it to be a little bit more, less pink. Yeah. Pax over on Twitch says Chester should suffer forever like hell. Yeah. Isaac, go bite his arm off for nothing. Wolf says his hair looks so fine. You chose the right color for it. His hair's always been this color. That's the funny part. His hair's always been orange. It's just because it was in an animatic, it wasn't colored. And then, like, you and a few other people were like, oh, well, goodbye, Rufus. And I had to sit there and go, I guess their hair is very familiar. All right. So I had to, like, go in there and, like, redesign his hair to be a little bit more Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. It's a problem when you have, like, a type of, like, hair floof you just draw. Fluffy says, and I'm here hoping the hot people will cry. Wolf says, Chester, please, Jax, I deserve better. Do it for the fans. You got more roles. I did that for the fans. Plus, Tom thinks it's hilarious. Tom finds it very funny. So. Ooh, wait. Actually, I needed that darker. Tom, his actor, thinks it's funny. So. And he appreciates that you helped him get more lines. Oh, it's such a good song. This song definitely gives me Yuji vibes. Just a somber song, but with little bells in there that kind of hint at some innocence. That complicated, very distraught child. let's see. Fluffy says, what big and sharp teeth you have. Wolf says, Chester, are we gonna sit around here and talk about how big I'm getting? Angel says, they basically get dirt on celebrities and higher powers. They didn't manage to get Mukta yet. They get people through business deals, executive communications, private investigations, and much more. Ooh. Yeah, Mukta has to be very careful around that, doesn't he? Pax says, wait, hey, Isaac and Chester have a lot in common because they're both gonna die, and that's it. What do you mean Isaac's gonna die? I mean, we're all dying, but like, what do you mean? Oh, right. Okay. Fluffy. F you, Pax. I'm cute. No, stop it, guys. No, you can't do this. Hi, Golden. Isaac, I forgot about him. Wait, trying to remember. Isaac is, yeah, Pax is OC. Okay, so since a lot of you guys are here, you did this, Pax. Okay, settle down, settle down. Hold on. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. Let's look at the keys, guys. Jingle, jingle. So, Kickstarter. Kickstarter news. I need to talk about that a little bit with you guys. I'm not stopping it. I'm not stopping Kickstarter. We're still doing it. There's gonna be a fair kinda hiatus thing on the Kickstarter for now. Yes, I'm working on a promo thing for the Kickstarter. It's just I've been kind of sitting on this since I went on my trip, and I've had a lot of issues of needing to get the pilot done, needing to get the comic started and going, and needing to, get everything kind of in place and prepared. And I know last time when I talked to you guys about this, I said, like, I won't post the pilot until the crowdfunding, is ready to go. No, I'm going to be posting the pilot before then. I'm going to be posting the pilot this year for sure. No way. Like, I have to get it done this year. I have to get that pilot out of the way. But I want to start getting pages out there. Start getting the comic going to where it can start getting more interest on there. I'm having a friend right now who's kind of looking over my Kickstarter stuff, trying to see where I can do better. But I won't be doing crowdfunding this year. I know it's the beginning of the year. There's just so much I have to do between the 9 to 5, trying to come home and direct the pilot, trying to direct parts of that short to get done for promo's sake, trying to get these comic pages done, trying to stream to you guys at least 2, maybe 3 times a week. I would like to do 3 times a week if I could, but again, I'm already stretched thin. So, again, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Kickstarter. I know I said I wanted to do the Kickstarter by, like, this year. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening this year. It's never going to happen. We're never going to have Winter's Last Stand animated. That's not the case. It's just, don't have enough engagement. I don't have enough eyes on here. We are slowly growing, which is great and fantastic. But if I want this Kickstarter to succeed, I really have to do something a little different. and that's me trying to get like pages actually going and out the door, get the pilot actually posted, get people, talking about it, people joining the Discord, people sharing, the pilot around, people sharing the comic around. And note, the pilot's not going to be super strong. Like, the pilot's going to be okay. No, I'm still proud of it because it's something I made. I didn't have to fucking like use AI for it. I used a bunch of I worked with a bunch of fantastic animators, artists throughout the years to do it. So like, I'm super proud of that. I'm super happy with that. But like, I'm not going to be holding the pilot hostage and being like, nope, you guys don't get it until the crowdfunding's done. I'm not doing that to you guys. The pilot will come out this year. I am trying to finish up everything, trying to get everything ready so that I can start calling to like compositors to come in. But I wanted to be transparent with you guys. I wanted you guys to not be in the dark on what the plans were for the crowdfunding. The crowdfunding is just delayed. It's not canceled. It's delayed. I had considered canceling it at a point. This is true, but I was kind of talked down from that and kind of had some friends that like offered to help me try adjusting things that would be a lot more accessible. But it's really tough. It's really tough because I want to give you guys great not awards. I want to give you great rewards that you can, donate to get. However, with how the economy is going and shipping prices keep going up, it's becoming a little bit harder for that. And so like, I'm trying to like reevaluate like what is your worth without breaking my bank. You know what I mean? So it was kind of stumping me because with the job I work at, I go to the post office every single day to go get mail. And at the post office, I am hearing, how much is it to ship? It's $400. It's not that big of a box. Like, shipping's getting ridiculous. And like, I can't, like, I know there's a feature on Kickstarter to where I'm like, oh, well, you just push in the button and then it will calculate automatically and you pay for that shipping. But like, what happens when you wanted a crowdfunding thing and you're like, let's say a keychain, you're like, yeah, and then you hit the button that says, okay, cool, well, now that we're going to collect your thing, in order for you to get your keychain, you have to pay an additional $40 for the shipping. Some people would probably cancel on that. And like, that sucks, having to pay like $40 if you got something like that small. That sucks. Like, when, I think, oh, well, we made it. Well, then now I'm $40 short. And then you multiply that by other people that didn't want to pay that extra stuff. So like, I started having those fears and those thoughts. So like, that's kind of why I wanted to take a step back from the crowdfunding. Because I wanted to take a step back from the crowdfunding because I wanted to prepare it better. I wanted to try seeing what is the best option to where I can get you guys stuff. But again, I'm not breaking the bank. I'm not losing money. I'm not depleting it, because I've seen so many cases where people are ripping their hair out after having done a campaign because they're like, cool, now we got to ship all this stuff out. We don't have that money. And it scares me. It scares me because I'm one person. Also, on top of that, I have to go open a new bank account. I have to go get an accountant. I have to go get like people to look over paperwork. And I don't have time. Like, I barely have time to get home and like do these things. It's not canceled. That is not what I am saying. What I am saying is it's just delayed. But the pilot will come out this year. I'm hoping to start being able to release pages this year. I'm doing what I can. I can't promise to start releasing comic pages this year. I'm doing what I can. Eventually, I would like to hire a few artists to help me on the comics so we can start pushing the comic out faster. But I can only do so much because I only have so much money in my pocket. You know what I mean? And I'm not faulting anybody for that. It's just with kind of the current circumstance right now. So I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I didn't want to leave you in the dark on that. So I apologize if it is a bit of disappointing news. But again, it's not canceled. It's not to say it can't be canceled in the future, but I don't want it to be. I really don't. I want to see this animation go through of Winter's Last Stand, and I'm gonna do everything I can. And whether it's we do a campaign, or if I have to take a step back and be like, okay, we're just gonna have to stick to Patreon, and it's gonna be a very slow animation that picks up and, you know, sits down every so often. So again, doing what I can. But the pilot is gonna come out this year. No ifs, ands, or buts. I have to get it out. So I am doing everything I can to get that ball moving, to finish it all up. We're in pretty much the last few stages of it. We've just had some issues with like errors that I found that I'm trying to quickly get fixed and adjusted. And then I can move on to compositing and then sound design and then final edits, and it should be good to go. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to just kind of sit here and listen to me remorse about like initial plans, but you know, that's kind of unfortunately how it goes with life, right? I'm trying to do what I can to keep doing this stuff, but I still want to be able to live stream with you guys and work on pages and work on art and just start getting the story going. Okay. Enough of that sadness, yada yada yada. Again, I apologize, but I'm doing what I can. Let's see. Wolf says, how long is the pilot? 11 minutes with all the characters? Will all the characters be in there? No. It is about 9 minutes, and there's only a few characters in there. There might be a cameo, but I can't really say who is in it. There'll be like kind of cameos from other characters, but they are not in there. They're not all talking because that is 11 minutes. That's not a lot of time. Not 11 minutes. It's like 9 minutes. That's not a lot of time to be able to have everybody talking and doing something interesting. So just kind of keep that in mind. The pilot started as a college project thesis film, had a lot of my school kind of sticking its fingers in it, going, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that. So it's a little toned down. It's a lot toned down from what I originally wanted. I was able to add in some stuff after school, but like otherwise it was kind of limited on what I could do. So, but you know what? I got it. I'm getting it done. I think that's what matters. Angel says they would place smoke detectors, mirrors, and clocks. This provides undeniable visual evidence of deviant behavior that could ruin a CEO's career. Nice. Max Wolf says, once the pilot released, might make a little edit of Sire Rufus. Let's go. Wolf says, when creating an indie project or anything, you will be facing a lot of challenges. Never give up. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I just had too many irons in the fire, and I realized it was starting to hinder me, and I was starting to doubt the series. I was starting to feel like it wasn't a good premise for a story and like all these things, and I just realized that I had too much that was piling up, and I was getting overwhelmed. by it. So something had to give, and I had to like reevaluate. And again, I almost quit it, but I had my buddy Chris, who kind of talked me back into it, and is taking time out of his own, like, you know, life to help me on some of the stuff, and I'm super grateful and appreciative of him for that. So next time you see him, don't rush him. I point at Pax and Flaffy. Don't rush him. Don't. Next time you see him, you be nice to him. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I wanted to be transparent about it. I don't want to leave you guys in the dark ever. I don't think that's fair, especially for like how much you guys care about the series and how much you guys support me. I want to make sure that you guys are always in the know-how. Now on to fun things. I don't have any fun news. I don't know. Do you guys have fun news? Do you have anything that like you guys are excited for coming up in the year, or like any trips, or just kind of interested to see what the year holds? Welcome back, Rhea. Flaffy says, I'll behave. Ad break! Twitch is being attacked by the ads. Angel over on YouTube says, I'm so genuinely excited for this pilot to release, and I'm so freaking proud of you, Jax. You're actually so amazing for doing all of this for us. Thank you for everything. Thank you. It's really nice to hear that. It's one of those, the pilot is okay. Don't think like the pilot is going to be like superb, amazing, but again, if you look at any series, like generally the pilot is always going to be a lot rougher. It's just trying to see, do these characters work with each other? Can they get along? Can they actually do, like, is the world actually an interesting place that people want to learn about? And if it's not the first time, you can make it. You can make it better. And that's been like tough for me to try and like, you know, swallow and understand. It was a very basic premise, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And the characters grew, the characters changed over time. They started developing in ways that, you know, I kind of expected, and other ways that I didn't expect. And, you know, I'm very happy for it. But did I want changes in the pilot? Sure. But if I had gone back to redo the pilot after my thesis, if I had gone back, I wouldn't have finished it. I know I say that a lot. I would not have finished it. If I had to start over again, I would have just kind of scrapped it and thought wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't have been inspired to go and turn it into a comic. I would have been like, well, I don't do comics, so I'm not going to do that. I would have just, I don't know what I would have done, but thought wouldn't have been a thing, and that kind of makes me sad to think about. Just of like how close that could have been had I just decided I wanted to try redoing everything because something wasn't perfect. And sometimes imperfection, you know, has its own charm. So again, I wouldn't be here chatting with you guys. I wouldn't be having any of that. Rhea says, can we have a sneak peek? I don't think I have anything ready for sneak peek. I would love to give you guys a sneak peek, but like I don't think I have anything really too much, because even then, me just showing you this promo image is kind of like sneak peek, because like because I'm not showing this publicly. This will not go public really for a bit. I know you want to see something, but like I legitimately do not have anything on my tablet, which is what I'm streaming from, to show. All my stuff is like on my computer and it's in rendering phase, and so like I legit do not have anything at the moment to show, because again, I like to show you guys little things here and there. I do. I like to show you guys of like some of the stuff I have cooking up. I would love to like remake the trailer, because I mean those shots are done. Those shots are pretty much done. They just need to be comped for the trailer, but like I don't like the trailer. Like I made the trailer for school and I don't like the trailer. So yeah. Thank you for understanding, Rhea. I do appreciate it. Pac says, I've been getting more inspo for Isaac lately. Even new fits he can wear before he dies. Why are you like this? Why are you doing this? What did Isaac do to you? You go, Chef. Chef Jax. Flat colors are boring. Takes so much time. But talking to you guys is interesting. So I don't mind doing colors while talking to you guys. I just got to make sure I'm not getting too distracted, right? I think that's hair. Yep. I think that's hair. Okay, let's see. Ray says, so one of my OCs is a gigolo. Alright. Pac says, plus demons having heads are so overrated, so that's why. Ow! Alright, I didn't realize he was a... I didn't realize he was a demon. He's gotta go headless now. I didn't realize that. Golden says, if my main OC is Goldie and Nightshine and the others accidentally visit Sirwasa, how do you accidentally visit a planet? You just like, boop, you just teleport there. Everyone will be confused and scared because unfamiliar environment, but Goldie and Victoria will be so hyped up to a new adventure and so ready for any action. Just saying, well, Victoria, I don't want to mess with her. She's something else. That she has unlimited and unfair luck on her hands. Damn. I wish I had that. Also, everyone is in danger, that they all have 5 fingers, besides Rosso, who has 4. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that, Pinky. What is the amazing aroma coming from the kitchen, Angel? Angel, you're being sweet. You're being sweet, Angel. Why can't you guys be nice to me like Angel? What the heck? Golden says, damn, I wrote too much. No, you didn't. You wrote just fine. I just have a hard time reading. I'm a little dyslexic. You can hear my southern drawl coming out. What do you think this person's name was? What do you think their backstory was? Were they like 2 days away from retirement? Fluffy says the moment Victor stepped out of the portal to Sirawasa, he literally went, "This place is too loud." The one thing him and Mukta agree on. Pax is saying this is John. I don't think that's a John. I don't know if that's a John. Jim? No, we already have a Jim. Jim's terrible. We wish that was Jim. But it's not. Because Jim has a stupid, like, mustache like that. We wish that was Jim. Also, Jim doesn't have hair. Jim's bald. So that can't be Jim. We don't like Jim. Ah, this song. It's so sad. It's so sad! This song is in one of my characters' playlist and you'll never guess who it is. And I won't tell you. He looks like a Wesley to me. Okay, I can kind of see a Wesley. You didn't know that? That's okay, Golden. It's not like Jim is important or anything, and I'm not meaning that in a facetious way. It's just Jim. He's just cop. I have a song though that like works perfect for like Jim, Rufus, and Sai though. It's really, really funny. Tiffany! Let's go! So it's actually like a girl? Alphonse? Alright, we getting some of the fun names. Oh, a bit of other, darn news. The voice actress I was hoping to get for Candy is no longer available. So, no voice for Candy yet. So, sad day. We'll just have to wait. That's okay, though. I hope it all works out for that actress. It's Tiffy time! Oh god, it's like muffin time. Oh god. Joaquin? How do you say that? Joaquin? We're like fixated on that. Every time Candy opens her mouth, she gets talked over. Oh yeah, no, for the rest of the series, she doesn't get any lines. Absolutely no lines. We just, nope, can't have that actress. Never again. Poor Candy. Poor Candy. Oh, that'd be so terrible. David Santos Escobar. I kinda dig that one. At least Escobar. I kinda dig that as their last name. Because you got Winters and then Escobar. Escobar. That's probably not the best face to be making with that name. We have fun here. With the sad Silent Hill music playing. I have like 2 games coming out in February. Man, I'm gonna be so distracted. You got Resident Evil 9, and then you got Yakuza Kiwami 3. Yeah, I'm gonna be so distracted. Let's see. Angel over on YouTube says, I have to go, Jax. I need to go to bed because I'm so sleep deprived, but I love you so much and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Do you understand me? No, you, Angel. You get a good night's rest. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hey, 44 Games, what's up? How are you? Welcome in. Oh, Flaffy, you're waiting for the Cult of the Lamb. Oh, does that come out in February too? Oh, I gotta play that too. I'm not very good at it, but I like playing it. Man, that's a lot of games in February. I don't have time. I miss being a kid. 44 Games says, doing good. How are you? I'm doing better. It was kind of a rough day, but I'm kind of here. Very happy to be able to just kind of sit and get some work done with you guys and just kind of chilling and chatting with chat. No, it's actually this month? Ugh, that's even worse because it's like a week until February. I'm glad things are doing better. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad things are doing well for you as well. We're just kind of talking about some of the upcoming video games. There's too many. There's so many. This version always makes me think of Yuji just playing on the piano. Just kind of lost in thought. But yeah, no, we're working on the promo comic piece. Right now, I'm just kind of going through and making sure I get all the flat colors in there before I get to do all the fun coloring stuff. Golden says, I just realized if my OCs visit Sirawasa, everyone is a magical being and Victoria is the only human in the group. Does that count to get them in danger? It kind of depends on, like, the magic abilities and everything. Because some people might think it's, like, a weapon that humans made to kind of discourage from them being human. But then, like, other abilities, they might be like, oh, no, you're not a human, you're a poser, because, you could have someone that's like, Lynn. Lynn has 5 fingers. Lynn is not a human. So, kind of keep that in mind. Lynn has 5 fingers, like a human, but he is not a human. So, like, you have to, like, check all those details. Just because somebody has 5 fingers doesn't guarantee that they are a human. There are always different circumstances. It's just kind of the quickest way to tell who is a human. Like Victor is half human. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes you might have somebody who's just like, "Hey, you're a human." And then like when they go to like do a scanning or something, realize, "Oh, you're not human." But you'll probably get ticketed for that. Like for wasting their time. But if you are human, then you are to immediately be handed over to auctioneers, not the government, not the police, not any kind of wards or anything. No, you are immediately to be handed to auctioneers if you are found to be human. How messed up is that? Mm-hmm. So the reason I'm going back and forth is because I'm noticing errors in his uniform and errors on the colors of the uniform, because this is what happens when you haven't drawn this uniform fully out. So, I have to be careful on that. Let's see. Fluffy says if anyone found out about Victor, he's fighting for his life. He puts a lot of trust in Candy to keep his secret. Yeah, Candy's not going to sell him out. Candy has no reason to sell him out. Psy doesn't even sell humans out. That's how bad of an issue it is. Psy will rat people out. He won't even sell somebody out for being a human. So, that tells you how really, really bad this situation is. And, like, Psy sold out his boss to the cops. Like... So, a lot of people don't agree with it. But there's a lot of people that are also okay with it and see it as they're just playthings or food. So yeah, you do have to be careful who you trust. But again, Psy would never be one of those people. Shockingly enough. His brother, on the other hand, might. He's got a lot of issues. Is that alright? Yes. No, that's wrong. That is right, though. I love this song. I know I keep saying that, and the Silent Hill music is really good, but again, this came from 3. I was fixated on this song as a kid. I still love this song. So good. No, this is 4. Yeah, this is 4. My bad. Still a good song. Yeah, Mukta seems the type to go, how can this human be useful to me at first? Yes. Or if the human is annoying enough, he has no problem with them going bye-bye. Good to know Sai has some standards. Uh-huh. It's not a ton, but yeah, some. Victoria will never be captured, those people in Sirawasa, but she only thinks to protect the children, meaning Rosso, Goldie, Anya, and Unknown. Yeah, you gotta be very, very careful with that. It is a very dangerous place. Don't think that's the right color anymore. It's not. I like to think of this song being for Rin trying to uncover things about Glitch. Just with secrets. No one can comprehend Glitch's true form. Victoria will never... Yeah, I already read that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was caught up on messages. Nope, Glitch is a very interesting character, and I'm excited to get to play with him a little bit more. I say a little bit more as if he's not the villain. Actually, hold up. That kind of eats. Yeah, that slaps. Let's go with that. Shouldn't be tired, but that's what happens after a long work day. So what was everyone's favorite show as a kid growing up? Hey, let's go. Coffee Bot. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. I need to like log into my Ko-fi and see like that stuff because it doesn't tell me the information as it should, which is so saddening, but let's see. Not now. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Flaffy. There we go. I'll have to keep that open, won't I? Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. The coffees help. Cartoon show, Steven Universe, all-time favorite. Let's go. Who's your favorite character in it? When I was 8 or 9, I was in love with this show called Garage Band. But I grew up with Total Drama. Oh, really? Wow. I remember those shows. Barely, but I remember them. Steven Universe is a good one. Yes, thank you again, Flaffy. It really means a lot. Thank you guys so much. Don't ever feel like you have to, but it does help me a lot in the long run. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a function, because I bought this function. I want to see if I can edit it for Twitch to where like I could have little plush loos at the bottom, and they could be like have your usernames, and you could like have them put on like little outfits and such and kind of walk around for a little bit on the bottom of the canvas stage here. But I can't seem to figure out how to get it to work just yet. So, like, kind of fingers crossed I can get that going. Kind of fingers crossed that I can get, my PNG tuber in. I've been running into some hiccups on that. Just kind of trying to work with the artist on it. But yeah. Kind of hoping for some exciting stream stuff, right? But thank you again, Flaffy. It really, really means a lot for the donation. I really loved Henry Danger. I don't think I know that one, Pax. Flaffy says, yeah, I kind of felt bad because I had to cancel my Patreon due to financial issues. Do not feel bad. I was not updating Patreon at all, and honestly, like, I was feeling bad that you guys were still giving to it when I wasn't able to give updates on it. So please, 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 again, guys, never feel bad that you cannot give money towards me, towards Thought. Even when I was talking about the Kickstarter stuff, I don't feel bad about it. We're all kind of in a financial issue right now. Thank you for the evil organ grinding music as I talk about the hellscape that is the world. Yes, because of the overlords, there is no more money in the world. I'm still keeping the Crime Lord title, though. You are, and you are getting your credit in the pilot for the donation. So you are still keeping that. You are still getting that. I am still honoring that. And you still get your Crime Lord title, though. But yeah, no, please, guys, don't ever feel bad. I am very appreciative when you guys can donate and when you guys can subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, but do not ever feel like you have to, because I'd rather you be able to take care of yourselves. Oh my God, the Kill God song needs to chill out. I love it, not right now, my God. Okay, there we go. No? Hello? Kill God? Can we kill God later? The song's called Kill God, if you couldn't get the context clues for me. Like, I'm just waiting for it to chill out, because it didn't want me to skip. Damn. Yeah, surrender all financial possessions to Mukta. Yeah, and every other rich person. Do you mind, God? Can you, like, die a little quieter? Please? I'm trying to talk. Die a little quieter. My God. I feel like I'm just kicking the corpse of this god as organ music is, like, grinding away. I'm like, shut up! Thank you. Thank you for dying peacefully. Such a good one. Yeah, no. Please don't ever feel like you have to. Okay, guys? Just you guys being here, supporting me, cheering me on. And honestly, if you guys just went around and was like, hey, did you hear about the my Lord and Gospel, the Thought? Have you heard about Sai, the Messiah? Like, here. Don't call Sai the Messiah. I don't. The only reason I said that was because it had Sai in the name. Don't go with that one. That was a bad bit. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if you guys talk about the show, but I mean, like, I'm looking for a genuine talking about it, that does wonders. So don't ever feel like, oh, I feel bad because I can't give to Jax. I can't support Thought, even though I, like, really love this show. Just, like, talk about it. Sai is a fallen angel allegory. Don't be selling my secrets, Flaffy. Waggle, waggle my finger. Don't be selling my secrets that I have religious trauma. Don't be selling those secrets. That's really funny, though. I'll deal with that later then. Ma'am, I have religious trauma too. Who doesn't at this point, right? F that man up more. I will. I have to put all the flat colors down, and then I can do all, like, the shading and the blood and the distressing. You can't do that until you have a foundation. It's what I learned when working in a haunted house, is you can't distress something if it wasn't built perfect the first time, because then it's just gonna fall apart. I feel like that one's dark too. Fluffy says, I wish the things I learned while drawing stick because man, I get jealous of your art. Oh, I mean, a lot of it was like from me watching other people and then like drawing and trying to replicate what they were doing as I was watching them. That was kind of how I had to teach myself, because I had a lot of art friends growing up. And going down the sad Jack's hours, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry we keep hitting this train. When I was a kid, I grew up with a lot of very artistic friends. Like, they were very, very skilled. And I was very inspired by it. I was very jealous of it. And, like, I wanted to have art like them. And I would... Like, I recall, like, trying to ask them what their secrets were, what they did, if they had tips and tricks. And, like, they would show me the first time. They would show me the first time, and then they would get irritated and not show me anymore after that. And it was like, oh, that kind of sucks. That, you know, they do that. But again, children are insecure. It happens. Like, when you're like, I don't want you learning my secrets. And it's like, dude, you learned it from somebody else. That's what art is learning it from somebody else. Learning it from what you see. And so, like, it got to a point that I remember that I would sit there and watch them draw. And I would be drawing at the same time. And I would be looking out of the corner of my eye. And I would be trying to replicate what I was seeing. Because if I even kind of, you know, stopped them, bothered them, or seemed like I was copying them, you know, they would get upset about that. And it was again, it wasn't me trying to copy, it was me trying to learn how they did that thing. And I would do it over and over until I figured out, like, how does that work? How does that actually, like, fit together? And, you know, I had a lot of failure. I just kept going at it, though. And, you know, I got in some fights with them where they were like, you're copying me. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out how you're doing this. Which I guess was copying them, but, you know. But it's part of art, is part of, like, referencing something, seeing something and being like, oh, it's that. And, like, shortcuts. Shortcuts are a good part of, you know, drawing and such. Like, sometimes if I see a pose, I don't understand the pose, and I will go draw quick stick figures on top of the pose until I understand how they are moving, how they are standing. Aw, thank you, Golden. I hope you have a wonderful night. But, like, I would just keep going, keep trying to draw over these things with, like, stick figures so I could understand, like, this is where the arm is bending. And if there was a thing on there, like, I'm still trying to learn biceps. I'm still trying to learn, like, muscles and everything. So then I'll go, like, find bodybuilders or, like, other people's drawings of muscles. And I will, you know, trace those muscles in studies. I will sit there and trace over the muscles going, oh, okay, so an arm is like a chain link where it goes like that, and a little bit that, but then like that. And even then, like, I'm still, like, not getting it right, but, like, I'm getting better in, like, learning, like, okay, so elbow, and then, like, smooth that out, and then, like, it takes time. It takes just looking at things. It takes, you know, trying to, like, trace everything so that you can teach your brain, this is how this shape works. This is how they're able to get this weight. This is how they're able to find this color. So that's pretty much what I have done to get to where I am now. And even then, a lot of these pushed poses and such, I went to my friend Zami, and Zami redlined my page to push it even further. So like Zami helped on this. So like asking people for like help and references, you know, go for it. Like if they have the time and the, you know, the patience and want to help you on it. So like it's possible. I think you can do it. A lot of things don't stick with me very easily. I have to just keep going at it until I can make myself do it. But I'm also stubborn as hell. And I go, I've never made an animation before. And then I made an 11-minute animation that was not very good. But I made it, and I learned about it. So then the next time I was like, I'm going to make an animation. It's still not superb. It's still not superb, but it's getting better. And then, like, the next time I do it, which is going to be the short, I've never made it, like... It's a process. It's a process of you just gotta get down and dirty. You just gotta rip that band-aid off, do it a few times, do it wrong a few times. I think as one of my buddies told me, the first few pancakes in a batch are never great. And it's true. So I think you're gonna do great. It sucks with my perfectionism. I'm just not patient. I get scared that it will never be the level of perfect I want it to be. I'm not meaning this in a mean way, in any way. I'm not trying to be like, you know, beaten down on you, but with a lot of the roadblocks you've put there in front of yourself just from reading that statement, you probably won't reach the level of perfect you want to be. And I think it's a bit of, you have to kind of reach into yourself and you have to look at your art and go, what did I improve on? What did I do better than I did last time? And because again, I used to have that too, the whole perfectionism. There's times where I'm like, this doesn't look good, but I got to get it out. And I just post it and I move on and people love it. And I go, oh, neat, thumbs up. I could see the arm is broken, but people love it. Yay! like you sometimes just have to swallow that pill. And it gets easier as time goes on. Because I remember I was like, no, it's not perfect. Don't look at my art. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, don't. Like, I'm not ready. I'll never be ready. Like, I had a lot of those hiccups. I think a lot of people do. And it's just once you can swallow that pill and tell yourself it's good enough and I'm getting better, and then like comparing it to your other art, you're going to see the growth. That's why I'm very adamant about people keeping their old artwork, because I wish I didn't throw out a lot of my artwork that I had as a kid. I really wish I didn't become so insecure I threw it out. But now I go back and I like look at my art from like 2019. Whoo boy. Yeah, thought changed a lot since 2019. I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better. Like, like, let's see. 2019. Yeah, let's see. Like, I've gotten so much better since 2019 because I just said, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep drawing until I can get them going. Like, you just delete your DeviantArt? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Because again, it's nice to be able to like look back and be like, oh, how did I grow? Okay, cool. So Rufus became a lot more of a himbo. Neck became thinner. I could see where I was starting to try to go away from the oval eyes, but I actually like the oval eyes on him. It's a lot more expressive. I didn't know how to do noses, because for the longest time I was doing Ed's World and I wasn't sure. I made him have a detailed nose. I made him have a not detailed nose. Like, I wasn't... Oh, here's his soul patch. Like, I don't know what to do with it. I don't do facial hair. I don't know facial hair. Oh, his hair slicked back. I think, like, I just kept going. I kept learning. I kept trying to draw him over and over, keeping the parts I liked, that I, like, really liked, and then, like, losing the parts that, like, I just wasn't in love with. So, like, I think you got this. I think you have this. You just have to swallow that pill that's telling you it's not perfect. Who cares? Also, Rin better get that dress in the comic. Oh, she has lots of great outfits. I love Rin to pieces. But yeah, like, keep at it. Keep, like, especially when I was doing the Ezreal comic, I took care of most of the backgrounds. And none of us liked doing backgrounds. None of us enjoyed it. And I said, you know what? I don't know how to draw a background. I'm going to draw a background. And I just kept drawing backgrounds. They were really shitty at first. They got slightly better. Then they got kind of better. And, you know, I'm better at backgrounds now than I was when I started. Are they superb? No. But, you know, when somebody's reading a comic, they're going to be like, oh, look, this panel. Oh, look, this panel. Oh, look, this panel. And this panel. And then, woo, this panel. They don't look at the background. They're done. They're done with the page. And they're like, wow, Chester sure is going to die. Like, you have to pick your battles. And I think right now the battle you are having right now is, who are you trying to be perfect for? I know you're probably going to say for yourself, but usually there's a roadblock of you're worried about how others are going to perceive you. And again, this is assumption. You can tell me to shut up, but it's I know from my own experience, I was afraid that people are going to look at my art and be like, well, you're not a very good artist. And at the time, maybe I wasn't, but I was drawing, I was trying. Especially, it should be easier now. You're really clocking me tonight, because these are things I had to clock myself for. These are things I had to hit myself for. And so I understand this pain. I really do. And it sucks. It sucks so bad to get over this hurdle, but it is achievable because I was able to do it, and I know you're able to do it. It's just you really gotta push at it. Because again, I've had so many circumstances. I've had people tell me, like, straight up going, your art's not very good. Okay. Because I equate skill with age. Yeah, I get that. I do understand that. But in 2019, I was 30. I had just hit 30 and my art was that skill. I spent every single day drawing from 2019 beginning to today. I spent every single day drawing thought. And I've gotten to the point where I am now. You know what I mean? It was even the days I was tired, even the days I didn't want to pick up a pencil, even the days where I felt like I'm not good enough, even the days I felt like I'm never going to be able to compare to the artist I appreciate or my really skilled friends, I still picked up a pencil. And it's not a healthy approach because I had a lot of burnout and I had a lot of depression during it. But it takes practice, and especially because we live in a world now where these asshats are like, I pushed a button and I got this art and it looks like shit. And now people are looking at, you know, other people that are like, I made this piece of art, but it's not very good. And people are like, but you made it with your own hands. That's fucking awesome. And that's like really nice to see that the art community is coming together with the fact you made it. Speaks volumes. The fact you didn't give up and just push a fucking button like these loser chuds. These freaking clankers. You can demonetize me for that. I don't fucking care. You didn't do that. So, like, you're already leagues ahead of a lot of people. And that is so commendable. So, like, don't beat yourself up. I think you're going to do awesome. It is, like I said, it's a tough pill to swallow, but only you can help yourself over that hurdle. I think you can do amazing artwork. I think your stuff is really fun anyways. Like, you come up with some really great ideas that I sit there going, damn, wish I had, like, you know, thought to draw something like that. That's cool. I had been planning to do, like, tarot cards, and I haven't even, like, decided to, like, get to, like, planning them and everything. And then you, like, popped out all of these designs for tarot cards. And I remember, like, looking through all the details, and I was like, wow. Like, the attention to detail you have, fantastic. Fantastic. You're gonna do great. You're already doing great. So, like, I know you're over here beating yourself up of like, I wish I could be like that. You can be. You will be. You will get to a point to where you were comfortable in your own style, in your own, you know, and maybe you are in your style, and that's totally fine if you become comfortable with that. But, like, clearly I can see that you're hungry for knowledge. You're hungry for learning new techniques and tactics in art. So I think you're going to do fantastic. You just got to keep at it. It's just practice. And plus, you don't want to be perfect in art, because that means that you become stagnant, and it means you'll never progress and you'll never learn anything cool. You know what I mean? Because there is no perfection in art. Think of Bob Ross. There's no accidents, there's just happy trees, right? There is no perfection. We do with what we have, what we're given. Why is my nose stuffy? Okay, sorry. I don't know, just all of a sudden got stuffy. And the message goes to anybody who wants to draw. You can do it. Like, freaking, I don't like PewDiePie, but at least I will give him credit that he sat down and he taught himself how to draw, right? Like, I believe everyone can do it. I believe everyone can get to the style and the skill set they want and desire. It's just like anything, it comes with practice, and honestly, it's way more satisfying than if it just fell in your lap. Are there times I get frustrated and I pull my hair going, I don't know how this shot would work. It's not working. This doesn't look cool. This looks boring. Yeah. Plenty of times. And I have to go, like, look up different poses, look at movies, study books, all that stuff. I go pick up comic books all the time and I read them and, like, look at their paneling. Because I'll get stuck in my own paneling. I reference stuff all the time. I also just kind of go to people and I go, hey, I don't know how to make this look better. Can I have a critique? Can you give me some advice? That helps too. That's nerve-wracking though. That took a lot. That took a lot of college for me to get to that point of asking people for critique, because I used to be like, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't need advice. I'm gonna my heart. I wear my heart on my art, which is a tough one. That's another tough pill to swallow, is to take people's critique. Now, there's a difference between critique and criticism, and criticism is where people go, actually, I would have done it like this. It would have looked so much better if you had done it like this, when you didn't even ask for it. Like, ugh. Fluffy says, I appreciate that. I keep what you said in mind, but I gotta go. Getting tired and got work tomorrow. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. Best of luck at work. Stay warm. God, I love that song. I say that as like most of these tracks come up and I go, oh my god, this song, I love it. And it's like the same track. Let's see. Now that we got all the little tiny green ass dots. Shining on leather kind of looking stuff is always a difficult one. I'm still learning that stage for sure. Oh wow, it's already 9. Dang. I totally forgot what I did on that thing, but it's part of art, right? Okay, I think I'm actually going to take a break here, but it was fantastic having you guys joining me. Even to my lurkers, I appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic. to the people that chatted with me, the people that donated to me. You guys are all wonderful. And I really, really appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I will catch you on Sunday. Please stay safe and warm. I know there's a freeze coming in to the lower part of the United States. Please stay safe and warm if you can. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.